Hey guys, we're out here in Utah, but a couple weeks ago we weren't. We were in Colorado at Gutted, and while we were there, we did a little interior tour of the RV for you all.
We're also going to do an exterior tour and a tour of our boondocking setup.
So yeah, stick around. Here it is. Roll the footage.
We're going to start our tour up front and work our way towards the back. Up here, the main thing we did was paint everything, the walls, the everything. Casey took out the TV here and built this box to mount our navigation system on, and the Jackery usually rides right there too, so we can charge things while we're driving. This is a RAM mount holding an iPad. We just use this for maps and music and everything, and Casey works on it too, so that works really well. We just added our first little set of stickers. We're gonna try to plaster this whole ceiling of the dash eventually. So this is Casey's seat, obviously he's our driver, and he keeps his hats up here and like a flashlight and a knife and stuff kind of. That's my side over there. I have like a knitting basket that I keep tucked in the corner, and then like, I don't know what's in my bin, but these are kind of like my little area. So we just sort of have our own sides up here, which is nice. This is like Casey, the manual gets referenced often by Casey. These are our rad eBike batteries and chargers. There's some GoPro stuff up there. This is, you know, how it is.
Alright, so this is sort of the midship section, if you will. Our entry comes up here through the step, and this is actually like the heart of our electrical system all runs through here. So under the top step is where we have two 110 amp hour just AGM batteries, no lithium setup in this yet, as well as our battery monitor. So I did some custom work with the old wiring panel that was here, switches, replaced the switches that came with our doorstep, and rewired our overhead lights and outdoor lights with these cool little dip switch toggle switches. This is our Renovated battery monitor. We've got a full video on the install of this. So the batteries run down here, everything comes in. We have solar on the roof. We have 300 watts of Renovated solar panels. The solar actually comes down right through here, as you can see, and this is our Bluetooth monitor, so we can monitor the solar system from our phone. And that all runs down into the battery bay, and the solar charger is in one of the underground bins there. On this side, under our dinette seat, we have a 1,000 watt Ames inverter charger that charges our batteries and also lets us run an inverter off grid. Yeah, and that's most of the electrical system. The rest of it's the original panel, AC panel and DC panel that are over here. But that's all been totally redone and is serving us very well. We've been boondocked for 5 days now, and 99% battery, and we'll be back at 100 before lunchtime.
The dinette area has been really transformed. Casey built custom wood cabinets here to replace what was there. We painted more, obviously. We have custom sized roller shades all throughout the RV, and I reupholstered the dinette twice actually. This is iteration 2 of the reupholstery. And it's so much nicer. Casey built this table using the original hardware and a new tabletop piece of wood, which is really nice. Yeah, we refloored the whole main part of the RV. So when we first got it, there was some original water damage and peeling of the linoleum. There was carpet all throughout. It was very gross. And what did we put down?
Vinyl plank flooring. This
is vinyl plank flooring. Casey installed it all himself, and we've been loving it. It's waterproof and sandproof, we're learning. So that's the dinette area.
All right, this is the kitchen side of the RV, mostly cosmetic. When we bought the RV, you know, we got it used and it was in rough shape. It actually was missing the cabinet door here. So built a matching, this is just birch plywood with a wax-based finish that we put on it. Painted the walls. I've installed a peel and stick backsplash, and so far that's held up really well. Recaulked everything. This is actually just an old IKEA, I think it was an IKEA, just a big countertop size cutting board and just ripped it down on the table saw to fit this space. And this has been, we went a year in the RV without this. Having the extra countertop space has been phenomenal, because like we can use it like this, we can slide it over to one side and have half a sink, we can slide it this way and have more sink. Yeah, so we've got a divided sink here, which is actually really nice for an RV. We replaced the faucet with just something a little bit nicer. And we can also take this and put it on top of the stove if we want some work there. And then obviously just throw it on the table and use it as a cutting board. So super versatile. These spice racks are actually IKEA kids.
No, they're spice racks.
Oh, they're spice racks. We used them as bookshelves in Henry's room when he was a kid, and now we've repurposed them back into spice racks. We've just got...
Henry's still a kid, but... When
he was a baby.
Yeah.
These are, if you know, you know. What's the brand of jelly?
Bon Maman.
Bon Maman. The yummy jellies with all the, I call them the picnic jellies. These are just recycled ones with just our staple spices. We've got salt, pepper, cumin, onion powder, and then we've got some pre-mixed stuff like taco seasoning, curry powder, and just stuff that we use all the time, and some things we picked up along the road. Gas cooktop, this is original to the rig, and it's great. Gas oven works great. We made cookies just the other day on this trip. Storage here. This big area underneath is where our hot water tank sits. That's all original. Microwave works, but we don't run it on the inverter. And yeah, we keep this as our pantry storage. We're going to do a full, we'll show you all the storage here in a minute, but hey, why not? Food. And then taking a little bit step back, these are our cutting boards, utensils and things there. And then we've got our original, it's like a Dometic Americana gas and AC power refrigerator. So we're running on propane for the fridge, and that is the kitchen.
Welcome to the bathroom. So there's actually a lot more than just bathroom going on in here. Obviously we have all our bathroom stuff stored in the cabinets and stuff. Shower, toilet, sink, all that. If you haven't seen our original renovation series, the most satisfying part was painting the shower with this like special paint that is waterproof. It was yellow before we started, and now you can see it's a nice beautiful white. Down here in the shower is my washing machine. It's a hand crank pressure washing machine. And then this is my drying rack. So I usually try to keep up with our laundry that way so that we don't have to waste a bunch of time in a laundromat. Over here you can see we have our Berkey water filter, and we have a soda stream. So that's just sort of like our drinking water stuff here by the sink. We use the sink usually to refill the Berkey. Got some little plants hiding back here. They aren't too happy with me right now. Oh, Casey redid the entire ceiling. It was so beautiful, and then we got a leak. So this is not actively leaking, but does need to be replaced. Again, sorry Casey. And then we have a Max air fan. Yeah, super nice.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Oh, good timing.
It's an emergency. Mom, will you help him out?
Yep.
It's a full functioning bathroom.
He goes, I have to poop.
I have to poop right now, he said.
Good timing. We were done talking about it.
Yeah. We'll move on.
So this is like one of those things that's like a tiny change that's a huge game changer. This just hooks the bathroom door to keep it open. So if we're not totally level, it's not swinging around in the way, and we can have a better airflow that way. Now we're kind of in the hallway. We just added some little pockets. These are all our face masks over here and some artwork, just to like utilize this wall space a little better. This is the like large wardrobe. We used it a little bit differently than I think it was intended. This is mostly Henry's stuff and a little bit of mine, if you count homeschooling things as mine too. This is Henry's bedding, so the dinette turns into his bed, and we put these on there. Tools. There's an assortment of things back there. This is like all of Henry's clothes are in this thing, plus some hanging things. These are obviously his books. He's got 2 drawers of Legos. These are like math supplies, more homeschool stuff. So he can actually like climb up in here and dig around and get stuff. His art supplies are back there. He's got 2 drawers down here. This one's just sort of like assorted toys. This is hats and accessories and stuff for him. So yeah, that's sort of his storage space, since his bed area isn't exactly storageable for him.
This is the primary suite. Is that how we say it these days?
This is the bedroom.
The bedroom. Come on back. Yeah, this is where, you know, sleeping happens. Let's see what's going on. We've got our inflatable kayaks on this trip with us. They take up a lot of space. There's not really a place to store them away, so we've just kind of been keeping them over here in this corner. But when we travel and stuff, we throw them up on the bed or if we need some room here. But first trip with those, so we're excited to get some kayaking in. And yeah, this side is my wardrobe and closet. I think Paige and I both use a similar system. We use one of these hanging wardrobes with pockets in it. So this is a way more efficient use of space when we're traveling. To not just hang all of our clothes, but have some pockets. I'm a clothes roller. If you're not in the clothes rolling, packing business, you don't get it, but like, it's a way of life. And so I can just fold my stuff, roll it doesn't get wrinkled, and tuck them in there, and it's really easy to see what's what. Just some storage over here in these drawers. This is mostly, I got my water shoes, belts, and stuff like that. Underneath all of this, this is my camera equipment bag for when we're on the road and filming, so GoPro and gimbal and things like that right in this bag. But underneath that is actually an access panel to our freshwater tank, which is under the bed. We've got a 66-gallon tank here. And I redid the top of it. This was all carpeted, so there's not much to see, but it's, you know, it's nice. It's all boxed in. And so like previously that was all carpeted over and the carpet actually went under. You had to like tear the carpet out to get to that. Now I can take 2 screws out and get to all of our freshwater inlets come in. The tank fill is underneath there. So we can actually access and service all of that now in a way that we couldn't before. The bed's a bed. This wall on the back here, there used to be like a TV shelf with a TV. That's why there's like surfaces up here. But this wall was just like a fiberglass panel like this, and it was stapled in, and the staples had pulled out, and it was actually bowing out, and every time we drive it would pop out and you could come pop it back in. So we got tired of that, and this has just been redone with cedar tongue and groove paneling, which is awesome. It smells a little bit like a cedar chest in here. It's not too overwhelming, but it's nice. So this is really fun, and I haven't customized it much yet, but since we have wood here, I mean, we can screw stuff to it, hang stuff on it, so a lot of possibilities. We do have 12 volt and 120 volt power back here, which is really cool. When we do an internet setup and we want like a permanent Wi-Fi router setup, I'm definitely gonna wire that up right here where I can hardwire it into the electrical system. Have maybe a cabinet up here. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And then there's a bed.
With storage underneath.
Yeah, we use it for bed stuff, like sleeping and other activities. And underneath, we've got one broken strut, but we've got a bunch of storage here. We store the dinette table under here when we're driving, if we remember to do that before we throw the 100 pounds of kayaks on top of the bed. And our water pump is under there in this carpeted box. So that's all very accessible and serviceable. And that's, yeah, under the bed. Replaced the mirrored glass above the bed with matching plywood, doors. What do we have in here? What do we store up here? Is it a mess? I don't really know.
Oh,
life jackets.
You have all the life jackets.
Life jackets and pumps for airing up our kayaks are up here. Paige probably has more practical storage for bags and accessories and hats and
let me interrupt to say they're not symmetrical. So Casey's closet is much wider than mine. So I have things in my closet, but also over there because I don't have as much closet storage as him.
So Paige's closet, same sort of hanging basket and some, you know, clothes stuff. There's a little drawer here and a nightstand. So she's got a nightstand, I don't. We're gonna put some more hanging bags over here so I can like put my phone in a pocket at night. Yeah, and then our dirty laundry goes in this basket here. So this is new to this trip. This is a little picture hanging ledge that we put in, custom built. It's got some elastic across it, and Paige keeps our travel books, maps, and things like that. We're going to 6 or 7 different national parks on the trip that we're on right now, and so we've got all these up for Henry at bedtime and whenever he wants to look at them to pull up his stuff. More storage over here. Let's talk just a little bit about storage. What do you think?
Yes. We have these little pockets. This one just came on Velcroed, so I'm gonna try to get that back on. Yeah, these are kind of all around, and we actually need to get a couple more. This was a new thing we're trying out, and we really like them, so. I'm gonna open every cabinet so you guys can get the real
Get the real look.
So you already kind of saw this, but let's just get it all opened up so you can get an idea of like how packed we are. Can you get that side? Plus under the bed and 2 drawers here. So it's a lot of storage. So you already saw Henry's like closet area with all of his stuff. In the bathroom, towels, washcloths, that kind of thing. Henry's stool. Our toilet paper is here. This is some laundry supplies and like our mop attachment for our broom. Stuff like that. First aid. Toilet stuff. This is our bidet. Portable. Yep. And then up here is everybody's, you know, bathroom stuff. This has to be moved back to get to this, but this is where I've been keeping, we have some hair cutting things with us on this trip because it's so long that we're gonna need them. There's, here, I can just, here. Yeah, so hair cutting things, that's gonna happen. There's some medicine like Tylenol and stuff. This is like shower stuff. Some of it's already like in the shower, but that's where it rides. So that stuff we don't have to get to as often, which is why the Berkey works there and stuff. So we're back in the front. I've got all the cabinets open to show you the craziness that is our food storage. So we'll start up here. Over the sink is all food. Pretty straightforward. Let's see. Under the sink are cleaning supplies, trash, and compost. We try to be really conscious of our waste and make sure that we divert as much as we can from the landfill. So the compost we'll let fill up whenever we're somewhere where it's okay to like dig a hole and bury it. That's what we do. And then if we're somewhere where that's not possible, we actually have a couple extras of these, and we can put this whole thing in the fridge or freezer to prevent it from getting too smelly, and just sort of stockpile it until we're somewhere where we can dump it. So that's how we handle our compost. Here we've got silverware, just little junk drawer sort of stuff, cooking utensils and everything there. Down here are pots and pans, our folding drying rack, you know, foil, that kind of thing. We've got our cutting boards and our little lighter hanging right here. And then there's more food. So over here we've got sort of overflow of snack stuff, dishes, that kind of thing.
NutriBullet.
The NutriBullet, yep. That works on the inverter or the Jackery. Up here, this is supposed to be coffee stuff, but it's become coffee and more. And then we have the Instant Pot, which also works on the inverter, so that's been really cool. Some Tupperware kind of things. Behind here, you can actually get to this whole thing. This is all like baking supplies, so I don't need them super often. That's why they're tucked back. I think that's all the kitchen storage. Sort of showed you up here already. We each have like a little side thing for whatever, and then we each have a bin over our seats. Behind, I don't even know what's in mine. my glass came out and I have the stuff to fix it and haven't done it. So I don't know. There's some signs, guys. Well, and then shoes are a big thing. So we have a crate for our shoes, and right now it's right there because it's so sandy outside that it would just, they would all be full of sand if it were sitting outside, but normally we put that right by the door outside. I think that's a wrap.
And just because we forgot, this is a cool little mod that we installed. I think everyone does this. If you go look up like top 5 RV mods, the extra handle for the door here. It's just so grabbable, really nice. But yeah, I think that's it. That's the entire everything that we did here on the inside, all of the renovation. You know, all in, we probably did this over the course of, it's probably like 4 months of work, but we did it spread out over like a full year. So we have two different, two different renovation series that we did and vlogged on this channel. One was the initial full build that we did, and then we did a recent one before this trip in which we did a lot of finishing touches and finish work that hadn't been completed, not just in the house but also the electrical system. So if you want to watch like the full build out, we've got a playlist for that in the description below. And we're going to be releasing another video soon, so you'll want to stick around if you want to see the outside. We haven't done much custom out there, but we're going to show off our camp setup, our e-bikes that we use, our boondocking setup, and just basically all of the extra space outside for when we're set up at camp. But thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you at the next one.